Good morning to the participants in Brazil and good afternoon to those in Italy. I am the AI voice assistant responsible for presenting the talk prepared by Professor Stefano from the State University of Campinas in Brazil. Professor Stefano will present two projects. Heritage for Future, part of the European Next Generation program, involving 9 Italian universities and Brazilian universities. BRIT24, a support program for teaching and scientific initiation, fostering collaboration between the University of Salento, Unicamp, and high schools in Italy and Brazil. We thank the organizers for the invitation and hope this presentation will not only help promote these two projects but also strengthen future collaborations between Italy and Brazil. Enjoy the presentation. The Heritage for Future project is part of the Next Generation EU initiative by the European Union, which fosters transnational collaborations in education and research through partnerships among higher education institutions in Europe and beyond. The initiative places special emphasis on the green transition, advancing sustainable practices and environmental resilience, digital transformation, promoting innovation through technology and digital solutions, next generation policies, supporting smart, sustainable, and inclusive growth, health, economic, and social resilience, strengthening institutional and societal adaptability for future challenges. By aligning with these priorities, the project aims to drive meaningful progress while fostering long-term cooperation between Europe and global partners. 4 key objectives form the foundation of the Next Generation projects. These core pillars are broadening international cooperation, fostering mobility programs, promoting inclusion and diversity, supporting innovation and competitiveness. Within the Next Generation program, 4 geographic regions have been identified as strategic priorities. 1. Non-EU Mediterranean countries and Balkan states. 2. Africa. 3. Asia. 4. Latin America. While some projects may include partners from multiple regions, most initiatives focus their collaboration primarily on one of these 4 strategic areas. Funding allocation and project structure. Italy received €50 million in funding for these projects, distributed as follows. €30 million for universities in northern and central Italy. €20 million for universities in southern Italy and the islands. The formed networks typically included between 5 to 10 universities each. As mentioned in the previous slide, most networks chose to focus on a single strategic region. While funding allocation varied by geographic location, this did not require networks to be exclusively composed of either northern/central or southern/island universities. Consequently, mixed region collaborations were created within the networks. The Heritage for Future Project Consortium comprises 9 Italian universities. Politecnico of Torino in Piemonte, Universities of Brescia and Pavia in Lombardia, University of Padova in Veneto, University of Bologna, administrative headquarters in Emilia-Romagna, Federico II University of Napoli in Campania, University of Messina in Sicilia, University of Calabria, University of Salento, Lecce, in Puglia. The consortium of 9 Italian universities participating in the Heritage for Future project has selected Latin America as its strategic focus region. This includes collaborations with Spanish-speaking countries, Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Cuba, Ecuador, Mexico, Peru, Uruguay, Portuguese-speaking country, Brazil, featuring leading universities such as Unicamp, UFF, UFRJ, and USP among others. Following the project's approval, the consortium has begun implementing its collaborative framework with Latin American partners. The preliminary agreements established during the preparation phase are now being formalized into active bilateral cooperation agreements between the Italian and partner institutions. Each university in the Heritage for Future Consortium coordinates a specific research area. Below we highlight 3 key collaboration fields between Unicamp and Unisalento. Teaching for Future, Sustainable Energy Innovation, Digital Transformation Management, Teaching for Future aims to revolutionize education through AI-powered tools, facilitating personalized learning experiences, virtual laboratory environments, and interdisciplinary teaching methodologies. Sustainable energy innovation concentrates on developing energy-efficient systems, pioneering storage solutions, innovative renewable technologies, and smart grid implementation. Digital transformation management focuses on key objectives including intelligent infrastructure development, industrial process automation, urban traffic optimization, advanced telemedicine systems, AI-enhanced diagnostic tools. UNICAMP is currently engaged in all three research areas, with collaborative initiatives launching next semester through structured faculty exchanges and student mobility programs with Unisalento. Next-generation projects are based on the mobility of faculty and students. In the Heritage for Future project, mobility involves faculty, undergraduate, and doctoral students from the 9 Italian universities in the consortium, who will spend periods teaching and studying at institutions in Latin America, as well as faculty and students from Latin American institutions visiting the 9 consortium universities. According to the call for proposals, faculty mobility was set for a minimum of 5 days to a maximum of 3 months. Student mobility for study periods was set for a minimum of 2 months to a maximum of 6 months. For the UNICAMP Unisalento partnership, the following durations have been established as a baseline. Teaching periods, 3 weeks, in person, which can be extended with online lectures. Doctoral student study periods, 3 months. Undergraduate student study periods, 6 months. Currently, the administrative process is being finalized. Before concluding, we will briefly present the BRIT24 project, a student network that will integrate with the Teaching for Future collaboration between UNICAMP and Unisalento. Coordinated by Professor Stefano, the project's primary goal is to complement foundational undergraduate education, where first-year students often feel adrift, like floating in a boat at sea, sometimes struggling to find their footing. BRIT24 aims to immerse them in hands-on problem-solving involving AI applications, algorithm design, programming tools, real-world challenges encountered in university courses. Unlike its predecessor BRIT19, restricted to undergraduates, BRIT24 has been expanded to include high school students in Campinas, Brazil, and Lecce, Italy. In the following, 2 testimonials from participants of the project's earlier iteration.
Hi everyone, my name is Alessia Stefano and I was part of the BRIT project during my bachelor and master degree in physics at the University of Salento in Lecce. The project gave me the opportunity to understand how actually research works during my undergraduate studies. Coordinated by Professor De Leo, we were able to give our contribution to the field of quantum optics and photonics. We learned how to manage our time to work on the project, how to code, how to write papers, and deal with journals and referees. Moreover, it gave me the necessary experience to choose the right career path for me. Now I'm a PhD student at the University of Pavia and I work on integrated photonic structure based on nonlinear optical processes for the generation of quantum state of light in the framework of the National Quantum Science and Technology Institute.
Hi, I'm Leonardo. I'm a PhD student in mathematical physics at the University of Nottingham in the UK. And I took part of the BRIT19 program during my bachelor studies in Lecce, in Italy. BRIT19 was a fundamental experience for me, not only because it made me learn some new physics by doing it, by facing some challenging problems, but because it made me realize what research actually is, for example, by encouraging collaboration with other students. Moreover, I had the pleasure, the opportunity to visit University of Campinas, where I worked side by side with Professor De Leo. And this was an absolutely enriching experience, not only from the human side, because I had the chance to learn and explore Brazilian culture, but even because he helped me build the confidence in what I was doing so early in my studies, and make me realize that that was exactly what I wanted to do in life. At the end of the day, the research resulted in a paper that, together with all the skills developed during my staying in Campinas, were extremely helpful in helping me find my current position.
In a world where technological progress is unstoppable and where artificial intelligence will play an increasingly dominant role, it is critical that these new tools become allies, not threats. To achieve this, we must ground education in multidisciplinarity, cross-cultural exchange, collaboration, and creativity. These principles are essential to preparing students for the challenges ahead. Both Heritage for Future, the European Community Initiative, and BRIT24, the Italian-Brazilian Student Network, share this fundamental mission. By bridging disciplines, cultures, and innovative approaches, we empower the next generation to harness technology responsibly and imaginatively. I'd like to extend my deepest gratitude to the organizers for this invitation. I hope my presentation has provided valuable insights, and, more importantly, that it may serve as a foundation for future collaborations. Until next time.